Hey there, how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward, and today I'm going to be doing a video review. This was a request from one of my YouTube subscribers who left a comment asking if I would do a review of lifting wraps, straps, gloves, and chalk. So that's what we're going to do in this video. Now these are all tools to help improve your grip or to reinforce your wrists. So they're all hand grip wrist support tools. The first one, lifting wraps. Now these ones right here are Inzer powerlifting wraps, and if you are going to use wraps, I would recommend getting a powerlifting style wrap. It doesn't have to be Inzer brand. I mean, there's a lot of different powerlifting companies, but the idea behind a powerlifting wrap is it's heavy duty. It's thicker and more durable than the cheap wraps that you're probably going to find at places like Walmart or at the drugstore or somewhere like that. It's not like a little thin Ace elastic bandage. It's actually a very heavy duty wrap. And the way these work is you wrap your wrists with the lifting wrap, and it helps to provide support for your wrist. So if you're doing a bench press, for example, and you have the bar in your hand, the wrap can help support your wrists, especially if you find that to be painful. The wrap also helps to reinforce your grip, because when you put on a wrap, especially if you put it on tight, it helps to hold your hand closed. It helps to keep a good clenched fist, and this can aid when you're doing things like deadlifts or rows and you need to keep your hands closed to grip the bar hard. And what you'll notice a lot of times is powerlifters, when they're putting on their wraps, they'll purposely clench their fist tight. So they'll put it on, clench the fist tight, and wrap it really tight around their wrist. And what this does is it clenches the tendons together, and it makes it easier to hold your hand in a closed position. Now, the only downside to this is if you left like that for any length of time, it would cut off the circulation to your hands. So you'd only do it during the set itself, and then when the set is over, you would take the wrap off. But wraps, a great tool for supporting your wrists and increasing grip strength. Another tool, straps. These are very common. Lifting straps, the way they work is you're literally going to strap yourself to the barbell, dumbbell, pull-up bar, whatever you're going to use. They're only beneficial for pulling exercises where your grip actually comes into play. It's kind of pointless to use a strap for a pressing exercise like a bench press or a shoulder press because your grip strength doesn't come into play nearly as much. So with a strap, you're going to literally wrap the strap around the barbell, and what it's going to do is literally like tying yourself to the bar. This is good for increasing your grip strength, but it's bad if you abuse the strap, because what can very often happen is you'll see guys use straps too often and they don't build up their natural grip strength. So they're relying on the straps for pretty much all their exercises, and over a prolonged period of time, this can lead to a weaker grip. So what I recommend you do, if you are going to use straps, save them for when you need them. For your top heavyweight set of deadlifts, or your top heavyweight set of shrugs, or dumbbell rows, or something like that. Save them for when you're going to go all out and push yourself. Don't use them for your progressively heavier warm-up sets, and don't use them if your hands are strong enough to complete the set without the use of assistance. I mean, if you can do a set of rows and you reach failure in your back and your grip is still fine, then there's no point in using lifting straps. Only use the straps for when your hands are actually fatiguing before your back or your targeted muscle. So save them for when you need them. Don't use them if you don't need them. What else we got? Chalk. Unless you train at a really hardcore gym, like a powerlifting gym or a weightlifting gym or a CrossFit gym even. I know some people don't like CrossFit, but you know, it is kind of a hardcore gym. You're going to have to smuggle your chalk in a Tupperware tub or something like this. This is a butter tub, but you're going to have to smuggle your chalk in, because the typical fitness center gym will not approve of chalk, you know, because it's messy, it's dusty and all that. But it's just a block of chalk, and the whole idea, you're going to put the chalk on your hands, and this is going to increase friction. what it does is it dries up the sweat on your hands and it increases friction. Wherever you have that chalk on your hands, you will have better grip between the skin and the barbell, the dumbbell, or whatever it is you're holding on to. So this is really good for virtually all exercises. You can get some benefit. Obviously with a rowing exercise, it'll help you to grip the bar harder. But even with a pressing exercise, say like with a bench press, when you chalk up the palms of your hands, the friction that it causes will prevent your hands from sliding as you're doing the exercise. I mean, maybe you've noticed if the bar is smooth and your hands are a bit sweaty, as you're doing your bench press, your hands might tend to slide out on the bar a little bit. If you chalk up beforehand, it gives you a really good, secure grip on the bar, and your hands are going to stay in place as you're doing that exercise. So chalk is definitely a good tool to use to help reinforce your grip, and I definitely recommend it for free weight exercises especially. Next on the list is gloves. Now, I'm not a big fan of weightlifting gloves, and I don't even have a pair to use for my video demo. But I have a pair of bicycle gloves. These are the gloves I wear when I go mountain biking, and it's kind of the same principle. The benefit of a glove is that it has thick padding in the palm of the hand. Now, the reason why I wear them when I'm bike riding is because I find having that padding in the palm of the hand makes it more comfortable on the hands when going for a long ride. The reason why I don't like gloves for weightlifting is because when you're gripping barbells and dumbbells, having that extra layer of the glove increases, it's an extra layer in your hands, and I find it takes up space when you're grabbing the barbell or the dumbbell handle. So I prefer to just use straps or use lifting chalk instead, because I find my fingers are pretty short. And if I have that extra layer of the glove, what it does is it just gets in the way. I find that it just causes more fabric and everything else, and I can't get my fingers wrapped around the bar as far as I would if I didn't have the glove. So that's why I prefer to use chalk instead of gloves for pulling exercises and everything else. But the benefit of the glove is if you do find that the barbell digs into your hand, say like when you're doing a bench press, you find that the bar is digging into your hand and it hurts and it just causes that annoying pain and it's kind of distracting you from your set, then wearing a glove with a thick pad in the palm can make the exercise more comfortable. So that's where I would recommend using the glove. I personally don't recommend it for rowing or pulling exercises, but it can help with pressing exercises like bench presses or shoulder presses or things like that. So there you go. That's a quick overview of straps, wraps, chalk, and gloves. If you have any comments or feedback or questions with regards to this, feel free to post those in the comment section down below. And stay tuned for my next video coming soon. Take care. Over and out.